Hey, Needlebender757 here in Boulder, Colorado with another 757 Boulder built amplifier video. Here we've got T373, a Toshiba 4-pill 2290 box. Call it the V500 Plus. It's actually just a hopped up version of a Texas Star 400. You got four brand new old stock Toshiba 2290s in there. The green dots, the latest production, fourth production run of them. ROHS compliant for Europe. All the good stuff in there. The new 9/16 output transformers. Got the Texas Star style combiners in this one, since I'm rolling with that semi-schematic there, the modified adjustments that I make to make it a bit better. We got a remote jack in the back if you want to use it. This switch here is controls the keying between the external RCA jack here and the internal keying RF sniffing circuit, and in the middle it's a standby, which I'll demonstrate a little bit later. And it's variable because this is actually, I built it for my own personal bench driver. You know, it's just got a little bit more versatility to it than the 2-pill 2879, and a little bit more push. You know, if you want to push it, you know, it'll have a little bit more output, extra 100 watts. And you know, the durability is I don't know, as good as you can get in my opinion for a pill box with 2290s. Very durable pill. Got a nice fan in there as usual. All good wires. Nice long cable with a decent connector on the end of it. Something you don't see a lot. Sometimes you're stuck with little stubs. I don't know. I like a little extra cable to play around with, as long as it's of good cable and diameter. Well, let's slip the lid on. We'll see how this thing works. Okay, we got the lid on her there. Nice little box. We'll actually start out with the little guy here. It does about 20 watts here. Let's see here. Audio. 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 You can see down here on the spectrum analyzer. That's where we're at, 27385, that spike there. And it goes from 0 to 200 megahertz. That way you can look at harmonics. Audio. Audio. We'll look at that with the amplifier on. See the difference. Audio. Okay, let's turn the box on. We'll put it in the internal keying position. And let's see what we got here. This is our tune with the amp on. Audio, audio, audio. Looking pretty darn good. I didn't show the tune with the amp off, so let's look at that. Audio, audio. Really nice. We'll turn it back on. Let's see what we're doing here. Audio, audio. And you can see the there's no harmonics to speak of down there on the spectrum analyzer. If there is anything that pops up now and then, it's 45-50 dB down, and I don't see anything. There's a little tiny one off to the right there, but it's so far down that's nothing. And over here, audio. You can see these kind of agree here for the most part. Audio. Anyway, that's what you're getting with Your 20 watts in there. Hello, hello. This one responds a little bit quicker. Audio. 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 Anyway, let's pump it up a little bit. We'll turn this one off, turn this one on, switch over to that, put this in the standby position. Let's see what we're doing here. Audio. Oh, you gotta use the right microphone. Does that help? Audio. 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 So, doing 40 watts into it. Let's put the amplifier out of standby mode. Audio, audio, audio. And you're getting about 350. Nice and clean on the harmonics. Audio, audio. You could, that's what the waveform looks like. I was testing it earlier and locked it in there. But, that's still just barely doing what it'll do. Let's go a little bit farther here. We'll turn this up here. Audio. 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 You can see those meters are kind of agreeing there. Audio. We're right at about 80 watts there. So let's turn the amp back on. Audio. Audio. So you're doing well over 500 watts there, closer to 600 with 80 watts in, and that's the max I would recommend putting in. We could and I always show putting 100 watts in because people do and people will, and these pills are durable and you shouldn't do it, but what the hell, you know. Audio, 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 audio. Okay, let's turn her back on here. And with 100 watts in, audio, you're getting 650 out. So there you have it. And of course you can get anywhere you want, you know, because you got this. So that's why I built this for myself as a bench driver, because you can drive just about any amp with this, from a little 4-pill all the way up to 3CX 3000. Nice little box. It's got the sideband, of course, fully biased for sideband, as all my boxes are. That's why I was checking out that waveform. If it's biased correctly, you'll have a nice clean crossover here and no gap in between. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. The DX is rolling, so I'm going to turn the old radio on and get out there and see what's happening. Old 757 here in Boulder, Colorado. We're going to get back on the side smoking. See ya.